I don't care. As if that statement means that you don't need to. Why, as this generation, can we so imprudently say something as foolhardy as I don't care and think it won't bite us in the rear in years to come? Whenever I get on the global communication network that is known as the internet, I am constantly troubled and even haunted by what my laptop screen displays before me. I don't cares everywhere. On every site, on every blog, on every page, or on every corner, it's unavoidable. Like a disgusting plague, sweeping from website to website, festering and tearing apart the inner morals and ethics of what once was considered the generation with the most potential since God created this beautiful little blue planet we live on. Now, I can already guess what you're thinking. Why are you getting so worked up? Why am I? Why am I so concerned at the fact that 1.5 billion monthly active Facebook users would rather spend hours of their time fighting over whether a lion in Africa's life is more important than the man who hunted it, instead of fighting for whether the child in the very same continent has a bowl of porridge before he goes to sleep on a dirt floor with nothing but a dirty sheet that an American housewife donated because it didn't match her daughter's Hello Kitty wallpaper? Why am I upset at the fact that the people of this generation consider a man who grew breasts and underwent $70,000 worth of body-altering surgeries to become a woman a hero, instead of the 19-year-old boy who threw himself on top of a hostile grenade and sacrificed his life in order to save just two of his comrades? Who received worldwide recognition, endless praise, and awards for their heroism? I'll give you a hint. We don't even know the 19-year-old's name. I can hear you saying right now, but I do care. My answer to that, no you don't. Not truly. Call me bitter, but in the past 10 years, we as a generation have been responsible for the largest concentration of butthurt this world has ever seen. Everyone is offended by everything, and yet, no one cares. Those who speak out against things like gay marriage and abortion are brushed off for having a differing opinion. Opinion. I hate that word. Those who have a differing opinion than the masses are mocked, laughed at, bullied, and even physically hurt by those who are on the right side of the argument. Let me make this perfectly clear. Just because the majority says that something is or should be right does not make it right. There is a difference between opinions and truth. And yet this generation doesn't get it. This generation doesn't know the difference between love and lust, happiness and monetary gain, depression and just a vie for attention. And yet when someone attempts to clarify to this generation the differences between these things, they are given a uniform answer, rehearsed and in unison, as if we are all brainwashed zombies. I don't care. I don't cares come in all shapes and sizes. The man who comes home to a young and growing family just to play the latest version of Grand Theft Auto in front of his 6-year-old son is stating in his own way, I don't care. I don't care that the children of the next generation, so young and innocent, are going to grow up thinking that bludgeoning a stripper to death with a baseball bat is just an everyday thing. The racist man who cannot let go of an issue that has not been prevalent for over 150 years is stating that he doesn't care about the fact that racism only exists in the minds of those who want it to exist. I don't care. The one who spends their evenings watching pornography while their children sleep, and when confronted has the audacity to say something to the extent of, porn isn't bad at all. I don't care. The young girl who deprives the next generation of the opportunity to even live by killing the living being growing inside of her is stating, as if painting in big letters in the sky with the blood of her unborn child, I don't care. Don't you dare tell me that this is okay. And if for 1 second you think that it is, then in 10 or so years, when what used to be a wondrous world has turned sour and evil, what used to be hopeful becomes hopeless, when what used to be pure becomes putrid, when there's nothing left but the dried up hollow husk of what used to be God's most beautiful creation, that is this earth, you will have to look into the eyes of a child, be it your own or someone else's. A child who just asked you why the world has to be such a horrid place. And you will have to say, because we didn't care.